Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this how to play video I'm going to take a look at Secret Mage or Tempo Mage, a very fast and aggressive mage archetype that aims to be very difficult to play against thanks to mage secrets and do a lot of damage to face with minions and also with a lot of direct burn spells. The web of secret synergies in this deck is something that you really need to know about when you're playing the deck. The first key card is Archaeologist, which allows you to tutor for your secrets so you're able to find those secrets. Then you're able to play your secrets for free thanks to Kobolds and the Control Mage. When you have a secret in play, you're able to use Medius Valet and its Battlecry effect to deal some damage. And finally, any secrets that you have played during the game are going to make your Cabal Crystal runner cheaper. So there are lots of synergies going on with this deck. The secret package varies a little bit between builds. In this particular build, there are 2 copies of Counterspell, 2 copies of Explosive Runes, and 1 copy of Ice Block. These decks typically run between 5 and 6 secrets. This is a 5 secret build. Some kind of 6 secret build could include a potion of Polymorph, for example, as an addition. It's good against Warlock and in some of the slower matchups and pretty bad against aggro. Whereas this is a fairly balanced package, not particularly targeting anything. The deck can deal damage with minions, but this deck also has a lot of direct burn. You have 2 copies of Frostbolt, you have 2 copies of Fireball, you have 2 copies of Violence Portal, and you have a Pyroblast. And you can sometimes use those for board control if the position is such that you believe that your minions will be able to stay on the board and deal repeated damage. Or you can also move towards a more direct burn plan and just throw all the stuff to the face. Furthermore, there are 2 copies of Primordial Glyph in the deck, which can shore up any weaknesses of the deck. You can pick up stuff like Area of Effect damage, you can pick up freezes, you can pick up additional secrets, you can pick up direct burn. You're almost always going to have something good coming out of a glyph. Finally, the deck has Aluneth, which is a good tool, especially in control matchups, and a terrible tool in aggro matchups, because it's going to draw through your deck very, very rapidly. So whenever you choose to play Aluneth, you need to have a clear focus and clear plan in mind to deal as much face damage in as little time as possible, because if you fail to do that, then Aluneth will inevitably fatigue you. As for the mulligans with this deck, there are 2 cards that you always want to keep. Those cards are Manavern and Archaeologist. Those are really solid, unconditional keeps in all matchups. When you're in a slow matchup and you know that you want to do a lot of burn during that and you're not being threatened a lot, you can also even keep Aluneth in your opening hand in order to guarantee that you will have the resources to go with your burn plan. But don't keep Aluneth against an aggressive deck, because you won't have time to use it in those matchups. Other than Manavern and Archaeologist, it really depends on what kind of synergies you're able to put together. You can, for example, keep Kobolds with a secret, you could keep Control Mage with a secret, you can keep Control Mage or Kobolds together with an Archaeologist, because Archaeologist guarantees that you will get a secret. You can keep a Medius Valet together with an Archaeologist, because Archaeologist again guarantees that you will get a secret. So look for those synergies and see if you're able to find out something that will go for a smooth curve, smooth plan throughout the game. Overall, the deck is not terribly difficult to play. The biggest questions relate to when you're going to try to achieve board control and when you just go for a burn plan. And those situations can be difficult, and I can't claim to always get them right myself. As always, I've prepared a bunch of gameplay material of this deck for you. And remember, if you enjoy this content, then please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more. And now let's go take a look at what this kind of aggressive mage deck can do. Keeping the Aluneth. Warlock games can sometimes be really frustrating. I have had Warlocks heal over 30 points of damage in a game. And this hand is very, very slow. I could play Manavern, coin, and ping the Librarian. but I can't play anything that supports the Manavern next turn. I think I'm still going for it. I can top deck something like a Frostbolt. He can't kill it with Hellfire yet.
Side effects.
That's a really good one though.
Trust me.
That's the perfect one.
An incredible discovery.
No, I just have to hit face. There's no point to trade into the Mistress. Then the Hellfire comes down. And if I play Explosive Runes here, we can just play Lackey into those. It'll be so nice. Then he gets the Void Lord out.
Someday I'll be just like you.
So I want to play the counter spell instead. How's the day been, Guardian? It's okay. It's okay.
Yes. Oh yes. They'll serve me now.
How likely is it that he would have another Lackey? I think it's unlikely.
We have many secrets.
I'm rolling with the Explosive Runes now. And try to push a little bit to face. Lackey will trade into the Sorcerer's Apprentice. That will then pull the Void Lord. Oh, he's going to Dark Pact the Lackey. That's even better. He can let the Sorcerer's Apprentice live. As long as he gets a Void Lord, he's cool. Oh, it's a fatigue build. But that one I'm not so sure of. And I could equip the Aluneth here. 12, 17. I have 17 damage from hand. I need to glyph and find a polymorph. There's the polymorph. Then I need to push face with everything I've got. Alright. It's only 10% to get polymorph from glyph. You only get it in 1 game out of 10. I'm not going to claim that that's awesome. I think I can try with something like this. Well, Pyroblast wasn't exactly the card I was hoping for on my opening hand. It's a zoo? Wow. Didn't see that coming. Does he have Demon Fire? If he has Demon Fire for the Void Walker, that's really good for him right now. But if he doesn't, then some nastier things are going to start happening. Oh, another Mana Bomb. I was planning to go Apprentice Coin Frostbolt, but now I'm going to go Mana Worm Coin Frostbolt. Frostbolt to deal with the minion. Mana Worm can go face. I like this. I like this a lot. Soulfire. Double flame him into Soulfire. Lost the Chain Gang. That has got to hurt. Oh. I have no incentive to trade. Do I have maybe a link? No, check. It's not ready. He has another Chain Gang. He lost one Chain Gang, he got another. Well, isn't that convenient? Yeah, I don't have a Steel Priest ready. I never got around to complete it. He will still want to trade away the Sorcerer's Apprentice. I would fireball him in the face, of course. What else would I do? Next turn is Aluneth, and if Aluneth draws a Violence Portal, I win. He can't deal 27 damage that fast. Not even with Mushroom Power. He would need 9 from hand. He could do it with... But I don't draw any damage. Oh my, oh my. Interesting. Fireball is lethal, Violence Portal is lethal. 3 outs. I can pick something from the glyph that would be lethal. I'm at 9. So he can also have lethal. Ice Block is guaranteed to keep me alive for another turn, which gives me another chance to find lethal. Yeah, this is so Ice Block time. So I play the Ice Block. And I actually play the Medius Valet. And ping his face. So that I am insured against bad draws. Now the only thing that can win the game is a Needer of Secrets. Oh, in 2 turns, yes. Well, that's kind of what I did. I already thought, did I have lethal in 1 turn? So just having explosive runes for the fun of playing a secret. It's not good enough. I do keep the Lackey because I have the Arcanologist. I just don't play the Lackey on 1. Now I do play the Lackey on 1 to get the Ice Block out there. No reason to play the counter spell yet, because he still has the coin. It's not your fault to be skilled. Yeah, I just feel like with this deck you get... I don't know. So many games, you just win, you draw some cards and you win. Or you draw some different cards and you lose. And more than in many other cases. Checks for the counter spell. It's another counter spell. Doesn't get Huffer. So many secrets, most of them useless. I guess we drop the counter spell and hit him in the face. You can always take the trade, but I didn't have anything to really use here. I can use Primordial Glyph later. Oh, he can't set up a cat trick, most likely. He uses the Candle Shot's charge so that implies that he has another weapon in hand. Come on, let's glyph into something good. I'm glyphing into this Ice Block and then what? I think I want to kill that Leok. I think I can throw 2 damage into that. Start trying to buy some time. For example, for this Arcane Intellect to come down. I can do Medius Valet next turn. It's fine, we're on this plan now. Because Violence Portal is 7, so on 6 I have some excess mana to use on things like Medius Valet. That was a cat trick attempt, probably. An Explosive Trap. Well, yeah, Explosive Trap makes sense to throw that away. It really does. So next turn he can play the cat trick. Or he can play the Spellstone. I'm jamming another counter spell and Medius Valeting his face here. So that he cannot play the Spellstone. He can play the Spellstone now. 3 wolves it is. I have 2 Ice Blocks. 11 damage in hand. Is this even going to be fast enough? It has to be fast enough.
You can't hide from me.
It has to be fast enough. I don't think I can trade on this board. I have to rely that I survive with the 2 ice blocks. It has to take him too long to pop me twice. But I will have the damage. I can't think of anything else.
Hey, you!
That's a wandering monster. It's an explosive trap. That was too early. He needed to play explosive trap after he has popped. That's awesome news. That is simply awesome news. Unless he has flare, but I think that's unlikely. So we glyph for a pyroblast. Yes, please. And I frostbolt face. And I frostbolt face again. And then he wins if he has flare, and I win if he doesn't. We win. Brandon, do you like tea? I like chocolate. Yeah, I drink both tea and... Ooh, interesting. Do I not win now? No, I still win. Hopefully. Because first I ice block. Then I pyroblast his face. And now he needs flare, or he needs to make lifesteal beast with charge. We're getting into very interesting scenarios over here. Sometimes lucky. I think I try to keep these. I hope to top deck a secret, so that I can try to get early board. And then I also have the chance to find something important from the glyph. He doesn't have coin, which means that this will block the call to arms. If I coin Kirin Mage Ice block, this will cost 2 for next turn. He can have a weapon. I think I'll still try that.
We have many secrets.
Now if he has a weapon, that's really good for him. Yeah, that's like the good stuff right there. Well, I'm always going in with the Crystal Runner here. Can't play Call to Arms. He could play Lost in the Jungle would be the card that he wants to use to proc the secret. So if he finds that, then that's what he's going to use. He could also use Divine Favor, because he's unlikely to get many draws from it anyway. So using it to proc the secret is perfectly acceptable. So now he almost guaranteed knows its Ice Block and Counter Spell, because neither Potion of Polymorph nor Explosive Runes was triggered by the Righteous Protector. And he throws Divine Favor into the Counter Spell. That was good play, very good play. Exactly the moves he wanted to make. This enables Call to Arms in the future. I play another Crystal Runner. Now he can play Call to Arms. I could have tried to fish for Counterspell with the Primordial Glyph, But the probability is only 10%, and I think this was a better move, because this sets up for clearing the Righteous Protector. Next turn, took away opportunity to play another Rallying Blade to buff it, for example. That can be strong if he has a buff for that next turn. So then I need to look for some AoE with the Glyph. I couldn't find any, but I find another Glyph. Still no AoE. That's a little bit awkward. Now I'm basically committed to racing him. But I have an ice block up, so I should be able to race. Sticky Twilight Flamecaller is awesome. He had the perfect cards. Now he should go all face, because he wants to race me. Can I race? I have only 13 from hand. He pops me next turn. I actually won't be able to raise this. That's awkward. Can I prevent a pop from next turn? No, there's no way. Let's final spot to face. It's a nice high roll from the Violence Portal, but not quite good enough against that hand that he had there. Because now he gets the pop, and then I do not have the tools to contest. I would need a Glyph top deck into another ice block. That's not the Glyph, but it can still give me the Glyph. But neither of those is the Glyph, so I lost this game. Didn't try this hand. All I'm missing is a free secret card. There's my free secret card. Now I'll probably have to coin it out next turn to contest the Notch Cleric. Does he have the Shadow Ascendant? That would be so sweet. No, but that's not bad either. Almost guarantees a draw. I think I'm still going with this line. If he plays a minion, well, that minion will die. If he doesn't play a minion, then I have the Medea's Valet available to me. Scary stuff. I need to start dealing damage to that one, so that he cannot buff it up too easily. Duskbreaker would be decent here. It would leave him with just 1/2 Cleric though. And no prospect of card draw. And I could use a Fireball to kill the Cleric, but that seems a bit of an exaggeration.
An incredible discovery.
I think I'm going with the Incredible Discovery here. Cleric is just a 1/2 at the moment. He can use it to draw a card here, but that will sacrifice a lot of tempo. Both Divine Spirits are gone, so his means of buffing the Cleric are limited. And now this should be going fine, because one Duskbreaker has already been spent. So I'm going to Fireball down the Cleric. I'm never into fireballing down that Cleric. And now he needs another Duskbreaker to gain control of the board, and that's very unlikely for him to have.
Let me change your mind.
That, on the other hand, is much better. Counterspell, double trade into the mana before it grows, and play Crystal Runner. Seems like a plan. But I have to do the double trade. That's a little bit sad. Cabal Shadow Priest is not very popular in combo priest decks, but some decks do use it. I use it myself. There's no more Divine Spirits remaining though, so this means of making a big minion are rather limited. So he's running the pint size horror Void Reaper list, probably. That's what this looks like now. There's no Shadow Word Pain or Death or anything like that in the list. He's drawing a lot of cards. Oh, that was really huge. Counterspell Valet. I can glyph first. Spellbender is not bad. Grabs the Inner Fire, grabs a Powered Shield. Violence Portal isn't that bad either though. It's one Powered Shield. I guess it's the Violence Portal really. Let's kill the big one. Deny cheap spells or deny card draw. Deny card draw. He doesn't have any more Divine Spirits left. So his ability to buff up the Radiant Elemental is limited anyway. He's running double pint size. That I did not see coming. Who's running double pint size in that list? I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that. That's interesting. Let's go to Counterspell here. Counterspell, ping. I'll trade that one away. Let's see. It's become a rather strange game right now. More of a game of attrition than I've usually had.
You wish to live forever.
He has the Inner Fires left. He has the Void Reaper and stuff. This turn is always going to be the Sorcerer's Apprentice. I think in the Glyph first. I would have enough mana to play Violence Portal if I find it with the Arcane Intellect. Let's see Intellect first. Didn't find it, so then we Glyph. I mean, I could play Crystal Runner and Molten Reflection, that both pint-sized potions are gone. Cabal Shadow Priest is gone. There's still Twilight Acolyte and stuff, but let's take that one.
I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late.
Right away.
I think I deal some damage to that minion. Still to prevent it from being too healthy. He still has a Powered Shield, he still has another Talon Priest. Now of course if he finds another Duskbreaker that's good, but there's the Twilight Acolyte, as mentioned. Takes the value trades. But I do find the Aluneth. Will I have enough burn to kill him with the Aluneth? Think I will.
Come, child. Let us wreak havoc.
There's only one card in hand. That's the thing as well. Okay. So now I'm either going to kill him in a few turns or I'm going to fatigue. But he's very low on resources at the moment. That is going to help him immensely. That was a very powerful top deck. So I know he has a dragon in hand then. Okay. He still has Potion of Madness left. I'm trading away the sword now. And from here I hopefully can start hitting him in the face more. But we'll see. He was able to pick up a spell, so if he found Violence Portal, that would be the best by far. He found Violence Portal, which was the best by far. Ice Block is the only secret remaining. I'm going to fatigue very soon. So I have to move towards a burn plan. Picking up a Doom card is very beneficial for my burn plan.
We have many secrets.
Almost fatiguing, but I should have just enough burn to finish him off here. He shouldn't have another Cabal Shadow Priest. He runs 2 Cabal Shadow Priests in combo. What? I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's 11 damage. And I'm going to take 3, 6, 10. I'm going to take 21 damage from all of this. Ice Block is obviously meaningless. Apprentice, this costs 6. How much damage was it? 10 plus 11, 21 damage. Potentially 24 damage with Inner Fire. So Inner Fire gives him 24. Double Inner Fire. Now he has no way to reduce the attack of these minions, so he can't steal them. There's no Twilight Acolytes and no pint-sized potions left. So I should live with 2 health. Unless he top-decked another Dragonid Operative. No, because there's nothing that he can draw with Dragonid Operative anymore. So if I counted this right, I live with 2 health. Yeah, that doesn't matter. Oh, if he's trading, then that's just even worse for him. Alright. Perfect. Just keeping the Arcanologist. Stony Defender is awesome. It's awesome in Control Warlock, but it's bad in Q-Block. It distracts you from your main win condition. You don't want that to happen. Q-Block has a very simple win condition, and that is in no way related to using the Stonehill. Yeah, Loltec, but that's just not the win condition that Q-Block has. He can coin Call to Arms next turn. I have the option to prevent that with the counter spell, but he has I can't really prevent it for long because of the coin. So it's probably better to just play another Arcanologist here. I'll take a value trade. If he has Call to Arms, he's always going to coin it now. But having a couple of minions on the board allows me to slightly contest it. Not going for that yet. That's interesting. I can go with both Counter Spell and Runes now. Take the value trade. He will use the coin to proc the Counter Spell. But I have a read now that he didn't have Call to Arms. Why would you not play Call to Arms last turn? It was so good. Of course, when you can Call to Arms like this, that's also good, but...
Excuse me, you are on fire.
I Counter Spell again, so we can play the Crystal Runner. Now some kind of a Murloc buff. Yep, that's a Murloc buff. Value trading? Really?
Quickly.
I think I need to contest the board. Because I need to fireball the Murloc. Then he throws another Call to Arms into that Counter Spell, which he had a very good read was a Counter Spell. I simply don't know what's going on. Oh, that's not the 5-drop I was looking for. A 4/2. Ouch. Painful. Both Call to Arms are now gone, but he can now use something like Blessing of Kings. Or even Spikerid Steed if he happens to be running one. I think it's unlikely that he has Spikerid Steed, but I guess it's possible. So that was a buff card. I think it's Blessing. Oh, come on. Well, I can take a value trade here and I can kill the War Leader. Or I can kill the Megasaur and leave him with the 1/1 Murloc. Either way, I can't play the Primordial Glyph this turn. But hey, that's Hearthstone. I know he has Blessing of Kings in hand, so actually I need to take this trade. Because I can't let him bless the Megasaur. I mean, Polymorph Glyph would deal with that, but there's lots of other things that can deal with it. If this becomes a 5/5, then I have lots of cards that can deal with that. That's the Blessing of Kings. No, it was a Rockpool Hunter. Okay. Then we need to find a piece of AoE. I have a Primordial Glyph. I have a little bit less than half of the time I'm going to find one. Now I have 2 glyphs, so I should be fine. Blizzard seems pretty good right now. Blizzard Meteor, both do the same. Going with the Blizzard. Going with the Blizzard, going with the Ping. Both copies of Call to Arms have been spent.
Your magic shall not save.
Okay. Okay. What can I glyph into here? Pyroblast. That's the play, right? That's the play. I have lethal in 3 turns. He can't pop yet. So it's Pyroblast to face now, followed by Ice Block Fireball to face and Ping to face, followed by Pyroblast. Alright, we have a plan. He's not going to pop here. No, there's not even a block, but I mean, he has 8 on board. He needs another 9 from hand. He's not going to have 9 from hand. He could have had 9 from hand with Leroy Blessing of Kings, but he had 2 cards. So that was really unlikely. And if he had a pop there, I would always be dead, regardless of what happens. So there was no particular reason to ice block on that particular turn.
I'm late.
And then we win the game. Unless he has an Eater of Secrets. Or a Hydrologist that gives him Eye for an Eye. That can also end in a draw. Actually, there are some ways, but this was still always going to be the right play. Because there are some very limited scenarios. If he has Hydrologist, it's 60% to get Eye for an Eye. And he didn't, so we win. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.